Everyone, this is Christian Holmes, and I am the Director of Innovation and Technology here at the STED School. And I am doing a quick introduction to some of our learning management systems. So the first one that I want to introduce you to is a replacement for last year's Empower, which is called Jupyter. So the reason why we picked this program is because Jupyter is simple, it's easy to navigate, user-friendly, and it just makes sense. So I'm going to show you just a couple of things that it does. And when you log in, you may see this screen or something similar to it. This is a fake student that I made just for this example, but you will see right when you log in some messages that you might have received from teachers. So when you log in for the first time, it will ask you to verify the information that we have for you. So make sure that your email is correct, especially if you would like to sign up for text messages based on alerts that we would put in here. You're certainly able to do that as well, and it will text you, but the email is very important, because with each one of these messages, it will also send you an email. So let's make sure that that's correct. That being said, these are some of the messages that you might receive, so you can click on them for more information, and you can read them. It'll give you the option to keep it open or to archive it, so let's just get rid of that one. You can also click this check mark here, and it gets rid of all of these messages. So to actually access the information that we have on Jupyter, I want to show you two different functions. And these are the two functions that we're really going to use Jupyter for. So the first is that Jupyter is our gradebook. So when you click this, it will show your child's classes. So let's say in AP Computer Science, you click that tab, and you can see there's not a lot here because it's really early in the year, and these are example exercises anyway. So one thing that's different this year is our grading system is still going to be on a 1 to 4 scale, and it's going to be based on rubrics. So the 3 on that rubric is the expected outcome of each assignment. The 3 means you got it, good job, this is exactly what we were expecting. A 4 would be somewhere above that, and a 2 would be somewhere below that, and that will be determined by a very specific assignment-specific rubric. And that information will not be found in Jupyter. That information is going to be found on Google Classroom. So we'll use two different systems in conjunction with one another. Their daily work is going to come from Google Classroom. Also, make sure that your student adds you. There's an option on Google Classroom to add a guardian, and every student should do that so that you can see what they're doing in all of their classes. But Jupyter is going to be where the actual grades themselves are housed. So a slight change this year is that we have two grading categories, summative and formative. So the summative grade is going to actually be 80% of their overall grade for any given class, and the formative is going to be 20%. So expect the summatives to be like the projects, the big projects, the exhibitions, that kind of stuff. And then the formatives would be like the day-to-day work that they might be doing in their classes. So it makes a big difference. So you can see here, for the binary counting mini project, that was a summative score, and they received a 2 on this score. And so their overall grade combined with a formative activity where they got a 3 is a 2.2. So the summatives are a big deal. And we do that on purpose because these are the big assignments where we can really gauge student learning over an extended period of time. A formative grade might come from where a student has learned something for the first time and we're checking for understanding. It's on a much smaller scale, and that's why it's less impactful to their overall score. The big stuff is going to come from the summatives. So each class is going to have a running set of assignments with all of the grades and the standards and the competencies that we're looking for from each student for that. So that's how you see their grades. The other thing that we use this for is behavior logs. So if you look down here, there's a section called behavior logs. So this is a new function for us this year. What we want to do is make sure that we're in constant communication with families about how things are going during the school day. So we have two categories, successes and challenges. So if you see this blue star, that means that it's a success. These are the things that we want to continue to see. These are students upholding the values that we have at STED about behavior, community, responsibility, etc. So you can see here, we have a success in the area of community. Thanks for doing a wonderful job cleaning up after lunch. So you might see a message like this pretty frequently. We want our teachers using this system, and so you would receive an email alert or a text, depending on how you set it up, each time that a teacher puts something like this in. Now, if we want to highlight a behavior that's a behavior that we would like to see change, you would see a black diamond here, and it would have a rating as well and an explanation of what happened. This is also something that would be immediately received to your email or to your text, depending on how you signed up the first time. So we want to stay in constant communication, and that's why this system was created, so that we can constantly stay in touch. So those are the two major things that we're going to use Jupyter for. I'm going to be releasing a series of videos with more complicated information about how to use this system, as well as some of our other systems. But this is a baseline introduction. Jupyter will be used for gradebook, and it will also be used for behavior log. If you have not received an invitation by now to log into Jupyter for the first time, please contact me. My email is cholmes@thesteadschool.org. Again, that's cholmes@thesteadschool.org. You can also find my email on the website, and I can get you set up really quick. We just need to make sure that everyone has access to this so that you can be monitoring what's going on at school. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video.